Hello, hello, hello. Three, two, one. Aloha and welcome back to Small Talks, where the mic is on, walls are down, and there is nothing too small to talk about. On today's episode of Small Talks, I really just wanted to have a chat about gratitude, and gratitude in a way where it's not just the people who cheered me on, but also the ones who challenged me, the ones who really pushed me, hurt me, or even walked away. Because every person has shaped who I am right now. And I want to take a moment to really just thank you, to show that gratitude that I have for you. First off, I really want to start by saying thank you to my supporters, friends and family who've showed up when I've needed them, and even people just on here. I really appreciate you guys coming out and always encouraging me. I've always had a very small group of people that actually have been there through thick and thin, and those people know who they are. I mean, those people I've been friends with for more than 8, 10 years now, and even new friends that I've met throughout all the states, Kentucky, Washington, and even here. I really appreciate the ones who have my back through everything, because without you guys, I really wouldn't have much motivation. And without motivation, how do you really push yourself to do stuff? Teammates and coworkers, for sure. Without you guys, there wouldn't be that drive to keep going. Volleyball, I love everyone that I play with, even the ones that have these weird little attitudes. You guys motivate me to play even harder whenever I play with you guys. Coworkers, I hang out with you guys more than I hang out with anyone. We spend 90% of our weeks together at work, and honestly, with the people that I work with, I wouldn't have it really any other way. And I've said this about every job that I've worked for. I've always had a tight knit group of people that I really, really connect to at work, and I really appreciate those ones that really show up for me. Another group of people that I would love to say thank you to are my mentors, the ones who pushed me towards growth all these years. Whether if you knew that you were a mentor, whether if you knew you were one of my mentors or not, I really appreciate it. I've looked up to so many people so silently because I always saw something in certain people that I would like to see in myself. And I saw how they did things, how they approached certain situations, and I really just kind of picked up from it. So, mahalo. Thank you guys so much. Mostly, again, to you listeners on Small Talks who continue to tune in and share feedback. Without you guys, I would not be growing. I would not be learning and hearing what you guys find interesting to keep you guys around. My goal is for you guys to, again, keep that safe space, have somewhere where you guys can just relax, sit back, and just kind of listen to whatever Gavin has to ramble about this time. But yes, you guys are the heart of me right now. You guys are really motivating me to keep this going. And honestly, excuse me, if I sound like I have a frog in my throat, I kind of do, and I don't know why. But I did make some moves for the podcast. I did actually purchase a camera, so that should be coming in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully, the quality for those people who are watching on YouTube, hello, um, the quality for you guys will get better. So I'm really excited for that, and I am looking into getting some kind of couch for this space so that when I do have visitors and I do have more people, they can sit in my space and have a chat, you know, do some small talks. And now I kind of want to just share a story of a moment when someone's encouragement really just shot me into that momentum of going forward. And I'm going to talk about volleyball again. And this is happening when I was in college. So I think it was my second year in college, my sophomore year at Midway University in 2020, right before COVID hit. I just remember sitting in the lobby with my best friends at the time, and even till now, life friends for sure. But I was sitting in the lobby with Michaela and Kyle, and we were just kind of talking about how my game went and how I was kind of just over midway. I was like, I'm not really feeling this. My team, it doesn't feel like I'm connecting with them. And I was a setter. So connection had to be there, which weirdly enough, it worked really well where I was able to just find my hitters. I had Adrian and Victor, if you guys knew who they were definitely my go-tos, and they really helped me be successful in my second year. But the point of the story is I was with Kyle and Michaela, and they were just telling me, don't give up. You are such a good person. You can't let these people bring you down. You light up on the court, and you're just someone so fun to watch. And honestly, you're amazing at volleyball. And I don't think that they realize that I remember that conversation so well. And I do wish that I could go back to that lobby. We spent so much time in that lobby. We really claimed it to ourselves. Pinkerton, it was the first year that they opened it up to us to live in, because the year before when I was there, from 2018 to 2019, that was an office. It was where our president worked and stuff like that, but they rebuilt it and they put dorms in there, so we were able to live in there. I was on the second floor right across from Lindsay. Kyle and Michaela were on the basement floor, the first floor, and Michaela was the RA. It was so fun. My one of my TikToks actually went famous because I was clout chasing and I lied about something on TikTok, and it went viral. You guys should check it out on my personal TikTok. I think it's like Gav J8MES. I don't know. I will put it somewhere in the link maybe if you guys want to go check it out. It's pretty funny. But yeah, like it was such a good time, and we would just meet up there. Hey, I would get a text. Are you in the lobby? Yep, waiting for you. We would watch Bachelor. I think it was Peter the Pilot season, and Hannah came back. Oh my goodness, that girl was stirring us up, and we all had our girls. I think Kelly was on that season, and she was my go-to until she made a mistake and was like, "I'm here for the fun." And I was like, "Oh no, Kelly, I thought we were here for Peter the Pilot." Um, but that was such a fun season. I remember we watched the season finale in the cafeteria and we were making noise because we were just like, "No, he needs to pick her." But anyways, back to the point of gratitude. I really, really am so thankful for these people, and I'm so thankful for the experience that they gave me, Michaela and Kyle, and a lot of others. There was Maddie, there was Ashley. Goodness. These are bringing back too many college memories, and that will be for a whole nother video. But I'm really thankful because they really brought me in. Kyle and I have the same birthday, October 29th. He is a year older than me, but we've spent, I think, two or three birthdays together, and one we even spent in Seattle. And again, so much gratitude towards them. And they even let me into their home. Kyle's family kept me over for Thanksgiving, and I spent some of my Christmas break with them. And it was really, really nice because I would have never experienced like a Kentucky home, Dry Ridge, Kentucky home. Like, who would have ever thought that Gavin from Kapolei, Hawaii would be in Kyle's house for Thanksgiving with his family? And they were so adorable. His grandma made fudge, and um, I loved her so much, and rest in peace to her. She passed, I believe, a couple of years ago, and God gained a good one in that sense. I know she's definitely up there watching down on Kyle and their family. So love you. Love you so much. But, anyways, it just ties into this episode so well because one thing about me is I care so much about a lot of things. And I think it's because I know that everything is temporary in life. And I think that's why I try to find the joy in the small moments, because you never know when something could happen. Recently, a really, really good friend of mine had something happen to them medically, and it still worries me. I'm praying for her and her family, but it's someone I cared about, and this moment made me realize even more, like, anything could happen to anyone at any time, and it makes me just want to live life and really be in the moment of things. And I really hope that I can encourage you guys to think that way, because life is so short and we really, really just need to focus on enjoying it. Yes, there are responsibilities and stuff like that that we definitely need to tend to, but find fun in your daily life. Find ways to make yourself laugh a little more. A lot of people are always asking me, Gavin, why are you so happy? Why do you laugh all the time? And it's because I know that life is short, and I've felt it. I've lost so many people that I've cared about, and unfortunately, a lot of those times it feels like I never got the chance to actually enjoy their time because I was so caught up in life, going to work, paying this bill, paying that bill. Yes, those are very, very important. Don't get me wrong, but we have to find our life. We have to live it. I don't think, for whatever you guys believe in, I don't think that God put us down here to be miserable. I don't think the universe, if that's what you believe in, put us down here to feel like we're in hell. I don't think whatever religion or whatever your beliefs are, I don't think the stars align for you to feel crappy like this for no reason. You know what I mean? So I really encourage you guys, you small talkers out there listening, I really encourage you guys to just have fun in life, smile, be happy. And for those of you who think happiness isn't a choice, I get it. There are times where it is hard to be happy, but you also have to think about, what are you feeding yourself? Are you really feeding yourself these encouraging thoughts to get up and do something, or are you sulking on the why, the ifs, the ands, the buts? Because honestly, it's no excuse at this point. We need to get out of feeling bad for ourselves and find a way out, you know? But that leads me into my next topic, or my next part of this episode of thanking my challengers. I want to acknowledge all those people who have doubted me and who have criticized me all these years, because you guys unknowingly are one of my biggest motivators. People who doubt me give me this sense of, I'm going to prove you so wrong. And right now, I may not be able to do that, but just give me a minute. And you will realize that your words are exactly what got me to where you thought I never would be. Like, one example, I did have a coach that I felt was against me. I felt only taught me because they were a part of that program. For many years, they really, really made me feel insecure on that volleyball court. They made me feel like I was doing too much, I wasn't understanding, I wasn't good enough. And I remember that they told me that I would never be a front row player if I played in college. And that right there set me off for the rest of my life because I was too short. I mean, I'm not saying that I can play in the Olympics, but I definitely knew that playing front row was something that was very possible for me. And so from that moment that they told me that, I was like, okay, that is a challenge. And what happened? I ended up running a 5-1 setting system in Midway University for almost 2 years. At least 2 seasons I did that. And I never reached out to that coach. I never really called them out on it or anything like that. And I never really intended to, but in for the sake of this episode, I really wanted to say that story because it truly made me feel so much more motivated to be prove these people wrong without you guys criticizing or doubting. You can't criticize or doubt something that I already feel, but when people try to use that to put me down, I want to switch it on them. It's kind of like my success is my revenge. Period. I like that. I like that. I also do really want to say thank you to those who hurt me because I've often found out that pain uncovers resilience. Without the pain that I felt throughout any situation, whether if it was heartbreak or being upset or friends or family, whatever it is, without all of those to try to keep me down, the fact that I kept going each time shows my strength and my resilience. And I always have to give myself credit. And small talkers, I also want to give you guys credit because I know that it's hard to be resilient. There's some days where you want to wake up and just give up. But the fact that you guys are up and about walking one foot in front of the other, I'm proud of that because I know that the smallest acts of even just getting up to brush your teeth are very hard some days where you just want to lay in bed and not move and just disappear. So, great job. Bless your heart. And keep it up. Keep it up. Cause what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, stronger. Just me, myself, and I. But anyways, I also did want to talk about how mistakes and misunderstandings revealed lessons I couldn't learn any other way. Misunderstandings, it really pushes other people to show some of their true colors, and sometimes that's what you need for people. And that doesn't mean that I have to feel some type of way towards that, which naturally I'm human, guys. I will sometimes slip up and go against what I say on these podcast episodes or these advice that I give to you guys. Sometimes it takes me a minute, but when I actually take the second to reflect on how I'm feeling, usually that's when I snap right back into it. So, anyways, I just wanted to put that out there for anyone who thought that I'm giving this advice and think that I'm perfect. I know that I'm not perfect and I'm nowhere close to perfect, but that's what makes me beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful. If only you saw what I could see. I'm in the singing mood today, guys. Anyway. And as I think about both the people who've supported me and the ones who've challenged me, I keep coming back to this gratitude. To me, gratitude isn't about saying thank you. It's deeper than that. Gratitude is the practice of recognizing the value in what we have and what we've brought through, and also who we've met along the way. It's choosing to see the meaning in both the blessings and the challengers and letting that awareness shape how we move forward. I think the bigger picture of gratitude is that gratitude is a mindset, not just a reaction. You know, like you have to actually put time into thinking about how thankful you are about something. And gratitude doesn't wait for everything to be perfect at all. Nothing has to be perfect. And that's the beauty of it. It's a choice to see meaning in the moments that have shaped you, both joyful and painful. Both are beautiful in its own way. Because looking back on a tough season and realizing it gave me strength that I didn't know that I have, that resilience. And instead of asking why me, you begin to ask, what is it teaching me? And then you can find the gratitude in it. Because if you keep asking yourself, why me, you will never get that answer. I mean, some people are lucky enough to get that answer. And there are some cases where I thought that I did. I thought that I got that closure. But then I realized that I got that closure for a certain feeling that I was feeling, not the closure from the whole situation. But then again, I thought about, what is this teaching me? What did that situation do for me? What can I take from it and move forward to protect myself better for the next similar type of situation that could happen? And in those hard moments, you shift from being roadblocks to being lessons. They shift, you know? Okay, this isn't that something that's going to stop me anymore. This is something that is going to help me from here on out. Gratitude softens those edges of disappointment and turns them into clarity, like clarifying moments. And when you express that thankfulness, even in silence, it really changes how you interact with people. Supporters feel seen, and the challengers feel challenged. Those who hurt you lose their power to try to define you because gratitude reframes their impact. And I couldn't think of any other way to say that. Like, they lose that power against you, and this is power that they shouldn't have had in the first place. Why do they even have the power to define you? Mm-mm. You're worth more than that. Define who you are. And of course, be open to suggestions from people, but I ain't ever letting nobody tell me who I can or cannot be. I'm like Officer Hops from Zootopia. This is Zootopia. You can be whoever you want to be. You want to be a freaking naked elephant in the freaking yoga place? Go ahead. You want to be a sly little fox? Pff, who becomes a cop? Period. Do that. But gratitude isn't only about looking back, it fuels how you step forward to the next step. It grounds you in peace even as you chase those new goals. We should also show gratitude for the things we have now. We definitely need to, because the truth is, you may never know when life could shift or anything could happen. And I've covered that already earlier in the episode. You can, that. Alright, sorry guys. Technical difficulties. My alarm went off and my iPad ended up unplugging the mic by itself. But anyways, as I was saying, I just hope that I can encourage everyone to walk into the future with the heart that sees value in every person and every experience. You never know what someone's going through, and you never know what someone will go through after that moment. And to all of those friends that I have, and to all my family members, I really love you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I may not have the best way of showing it sometimes, and I may not be the best at talking, but I hope that you guys can find this video and see the gratitude that I hold towards you, because without you guys, I really wouldn't be the person that I am today. Whether if you've motivated me with kind words or if you've pushed me in a more tough love type of way. I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And at the end of the day, gratitude is more than just a feeling. It's it's a practice. It reminds me that the good, the bad, and the in between can all hold value at the same time. So whether you've supported me or you've tested me, this episode is exactly for you. And as always, mahalo nui loa. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And ahui ho. Till next time, take care. Aloha, guys. Small talks soon. Oh, goodness.